just thought I'd make a quick video on a little bit of my morning routine. I'm out of coffee this morning, but I'm gonna go to Tim Hortons later, but I plan on doing some reading right now. So I'm just gonna recycle this cup. Why not, right? I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee, use that one more time, maybe 4 ounces instead of an 8-ounce cup. And then this is where I do a lot of my reading. So what I'll do is, I'm still working on this book, The 4-Hour Work Week. So I try and read a chapter or two every single day to get through that, because I'm also doing a couple of other things. This is one book that I read every single day. I'll read a few chapters from here. Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. And in this book, there's tips, tools, and strategies on how to be successful. And Tim basically interviews celebrities, athletes, business tycoons, and it's only a few pages for each interview. So like you can have Arnold Schwarzenegger, different people in this book. So I like it, and I just got it a few days ago. So that's good. So I plan on reading this book today. I'll probably be reading it sometime this morning. It's called 0 to 1, Notes on Startups or How to Build the Future by Peter Thiel. So my plan is to read that today. And then, of course, I have my agenda, my little day timer, and I always write down the books that I'm reading. That way, at the end of the year, I can reflect and go over some of the books that I've read, some of the books that I really liked, and then maybe I'll revisit them again. So I do that every single day. I also plan out my reading schedule. So I will write down the books and the chapters that I want to read for the day. And if I don't hit that target, that's fine. I carry it over to the next day and I just add to it. And then this is my journal. This is it's April 29th, and this is my little journal. So I'm working on a book right now. I'm writing a book, so I hope to finish that. My goal is to finish a book this year. So I'm writing my book, and right now I'm just doing all my research, taking all my notes. I use 2 methods for writing my first book. The first method is any notes that come to my head, I write them down on my journal. The second thing is I dictate all my ideas or thoughts, and then I'll transcribe them later. So I'll use my Samsung phone. If I'm driving or wherever, I will record bits of audio. I'll talk into my phone, and then sometimes I'll use the audio to text function on my phone. So for 5 minutes, I can actually translate or transfer anything that I dictate to my phone, and it'll go right to text, and then I can email that to myself. So now I have a bunch of notes that are transcribed, and then I'll transfer those over to a Word document, and then now I have everything in writing, and then I'll correct it all later. Then what I also do is I will do my research online, and then with my phone I will dictate any ideas to come to my mind based on what I've read. I will read articles, all that kind of stuff, and I put that all on my phone, and I'll label everything, and then that way, hopefully a few months of doing that, I will have enough information to piece together a book. So that's my plan. Lots of research. Say 80% of your time is researching, and then 20% is actually writing out the book. So I want to get as much of that put together, and then I just transcribe everything. So that's kind of my morning routine. I'm going to try this coffee now. I don't think it hurts to try and go a little bit further with your coffee, these little pods. So sometimes they're pretty strong. So I just put in my coffee and then I shrink it down to, let's say 2 or 4 ounces. See what that does. Hopefully it tastes good. A little bit tired today. I did 9 rounds of golf. 9 holes of golf, not 9 rounds. And I was pretty tired. I hit about 100 balls in the morning with my son. And then I went out at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, shh. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and a friend and I hit, we hit for a couple of hours at the driving range. There's an indoor dome. So we did that from 4 till 6, and then we teed off at 6 o'clock, and I was tired. I was wiped. It was too much hitting. My game wasn't very good. I think I only parred a few holes. The rest were all bogeys. I hit a lot of my shots are straight, strangely enough, but my putting was pretty good. There's a couple putts where I had like 60 feet and I almost sunk them. So that was pretty good. So my putting was on. But yeah, just tired today. So I'm just gonna have some coffee, read, work on my new book, and that's kind of my daily routine. And then also taking care of these dogs. My wife's out of town for the weekend, so the nice thing about that is, as you can see, my table's a little bit of a mess. So I got to cut back a little bit on eating out because I don't eat at home. I just go out with friends or whatever, eat out. And then, yeah, so that's kind of my routine. And let me know what your routine is in the morning. And again, if there's a book that you are reading that you really like, please feel free to comment. Tell me about the business book that you're reading. Could be a fictional book as well. And then if there's a book that you would like me to read or do a review on, let me know that as well. Thanks for watching.